Hi guys, I'm Lyria Gordon, a devotional author, and I want to challenge you to answer the call of God and turn your excuses into action. Are you a person who looks at your current situation and makes excuses instead of moving forward? Do you feel inadequate to answer the call of God? In the book of Exodus chapter 3, verse 4, we see an interaction between God and Moses, where God called Moses and revealed his promise for him to lead his people out of Egypt. But Moses, like many of us, was quick to offer excuses and doubt his own abilities. Chapter 3, verse 11 reads, "But Moses said, 'Who am I to go to the king and lead your people out of Egypt?'" Moses probably made this excuse because he was afraid, since he left Egypt for 40 years after killing an Egyptian who was beating an Israelite. On the other hand, he may have lacked self-esteem, confidence, and struggled with his identity. Despite the reason for his excuse, God reassured Moses in verse 12 by saying, "I will be with you, and you will know that I am the one who sent you when you worship me on this mountain after you have led my people out of Egypt." Moses disregarded God's promise to be with him and continued making but and what if excuses. God reassured Moses again by giving him signs to confirm his ministry. However, Moses made his fifth excuse in chapter 4, verse 10, which reads, Moses replied, "I have never been a good speaker. I wasn't one before you spoke to me, and I am not one now. I am slow at speaking, and I can never think of what to say." Moses even begged God to send someone else, but in the end, he realized that God was not going to allow him to use excuses to delay or abort his purpose. As a result, Moses turned his excuses into action and became a fearless leader who led around 3 million people from their bondage into freedom and the promise of God. Are you like Moses, letting excuses overshadow your obedience to fulfill your God-given assignment? Me too, like Moses, use the excuse that I cannot speak well. I have a Jamaican accent, and I do not pronounce some words correctly. However, when God called me on Monday, October 16, 2023, to begin sharing snippets from my 40-day devotional book that I have been writing, I did not make any excuse because I recognized the mandate of his call. I obeyed God and posted my first YouTube shorts on Tuesday, October 17th. I honestly do not know much about social media, but I know God is with me. I trust him. I am confident that the Holy Spirit is guiding me, and I am learning while obeying my God-given assignment. Despite surgery, sickness, setbacks, and losing recordings, I still have not made any excuses, but I rest in God to show up and make the impossible possible while I stay consistent and committed to his purpose for you, his people. What excuses have been holding you back from embracing your true calling? Imagine the impact you could have if you laid down your excuses and fully embraced the calling that God has placed upon your life. Imagine the legacy you will leave behind when you intentionally choose not to make excuses, but partner with God and boldly walk in your divine purpose. It is time to answer God's calling and turn your excuses into action.